A quick Google search will tell you that Vietnam is one of the cheapest countries in the world to live in. But what about traveling to Vietnam? Let's find out. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Swathi and I create travel videos here. Now, if you've been following me here, then you would know that earlier this year I had traveled to Vietnam. I've uploaded a bunch of videos from Vietnam, which if you haven't seen, then you can go and check them out here. And in today's video, this is basically going to be a travel guide. In this video, we're also going to discuss how expensive is Vietnam for Indians. Now, before we jump into this video, let me talk about the currency. The currency in Vietnam is Vietnamese dong. It is an inflated currency. Say for 30 Indian rupees, you will get 10,000 Vietnamese dong. So when you are in Vietnam, you are going to be spending in thousands and in lakhs. But when you convert that to Indian rupees, it's not going to be all that much. Talking about currency, let's talk about currency exchange. Now, if you want to convert Indian rupees to Vietnamese dong in India, it's going to be a little difficult. In our case, Dolly could find one person, so we got some Vietnamese dong in India itself. But if you're not able to do that, what you can do is just convert Indian rupees to US dollars and convert US dollars to Vietnamese dong. So that is one way to do it. The other way is to just withdraw money from ATM. You will find ATM everywhere. You can just do that, or else you can just use your card, which is my favorite option. I find that I get best exchange rate if I'm using my card. Applying for Vietnam visa is not very difficult. In fact, it is very simple, but it is a little different. It is different because it is to be done in two parts. The first part is to get your acceptance letter that you need to do when you are in India itself. You can just do a simple Google search and it will show you a lot of these websites. I will leave a link to the website that I used in the description box. So just click on that and then you can apply for your acceptance letter. Now, when you're applying for this, you need to pay $17 and within 2 days they will revert and you will get your acceptance letter. Take a printout of that and show it to them when you reach Vietnam, when you're actually applying for your visa. And there you also need to pay $25. Now, this needs to be in cash, so you need to have $25 with you when you reach Vietnam. It is a very simple process. You need not show your bank details or your booking, so you can actually keep your itinerary pretty flexible. There are direct flights from India to Vietnam, but it depends on which part of the country you're flying from and which part of Vietnam you're flying to. In our case, we flew from Bangalore to Hanoi via Kolkata. We could not find any direct flights from Bangalore, but if you're traveling from Kolkata, you can always find a direct flight to Hanoi. Now, we flew on Indigo Airlines. It is just a 3 hours journey, so it was pretty comfortable. And also in our case, we did not book our return from Vietnam because we wanted to explore Vietnam and Cambodia. So we booked our return from Cambodia. But having done that, I don't think it's a good option. It is a much better idea to just plan one trip for one country because there's so much to see in Vietnam that you can just dedicate one whole trip to Vietnam, and the same goes for Cambodia. For our tickets, we paid 23,000 Indian rupees per person. Now, this is going to be the case even if you're traveling from Vietnam. In my experience, Vietnam is one of those countries in the world where Indian money can take you a long, long way. I know that I say this about a lot of countries. In fact, I have a whole playlist over here wherein I break down my travel budget for a lot of different countries. But if you ask me, Vietnam tops the list. In Vietnam, you get the best value for your money. And when you're booking your accommodation, you have so many different options. If you are a solo backpacker, then you can stay in a hostel for like it's so inexpensive for like 250 rupees to 300 Indian rupees. Now, when I say 250 to 300 Indian rupees, I don't mean that the quality is bad or it's shady or dirty in any way. You can stay in some really good quality hostels for such a budget. If you want to stay in hotel, that would cost you somewhere around 1000 to 1500 Indian rupees. If you want to stay in some 3-star property, it would cost you about 3000 rupees. And you can experience luxury for like 8000 rupees plus. So you do get real value for your money when you are in Vietnam. So depending on your budget, you can choose whatever you want to go for. Now, whatever type of accommodation you're booking, just make sure that you book it in a really nice locality. Like if you are in Hanoi, then book it in Old Quarter, because whatever that is there to see in Hanoi are around Old Quarter. And if you're in Ho Chi Minh City, then probably book in District 1, because that's really the nicest place to stay in Ho Chi Minh City. So just make sure of that, and even all the tours and everything operate from these places. So it's going to be really easy for you if you stay in these localities. For our internal travels within the city, the only thing that we did was to download this app Grab. It is just like Uber and works really well in Vietnam. It works in the north and in south, and it is very efficient and also very, very economical. The maximum that we paid on Grab for a single trip is just rupees 40, and that's pretty much it. Now, I recommend that you download Grab even before you reach Vietnam, so that you can book your cab from the airport to the city, because if you're just booking a regular cab, it can be a little expensive. So better you just download this app and use this throughout. And you also have the option of renting bikes, but I don't really recommend, because in Vietnam the driving is very rash. So I really don't recommend that you rent a bike in Vietnam. Grab works really well, and you can just walk around otherwise. In our case, we also had to go from the north of Vietnam to the south of Vietnam, from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City. And for that, we booked a flight. We booked a flight on Vietjet for 3,000 Indian rupees. Now, this is what we did. You can obviously see for yourself. You can explore the middle part of Vietnam as well, which I wish I had done. So if you're doing that, there are other options as well. Like you have trains, you have buses. You can do like a mix of buses and trains. Just see for yourself what works really well. Now, about flights within Vietnam, it's actually pretty inexpensive. So you can compare the prices and see what really works the best for you. Now let's talk about food. Where do I even start? Vietnamese food is so good. But if you are a vegetarian, then Vietnam predominantly is a non-vegetarian country, and you will have to specifically tell them to give you chai version. That's when they give you the vegetarian options. But other than this, food in Vietnam is really good and also very economical. Like you might end up spending somewhere around 100 to 150 rupees on one meal. That is if you're having it in a restaurant. But otherwise, if you're just having street food, then you might end up spending somewhere around 50 to 60 rupees. Now, this is the case if you're having Vietnamese food. But if you don't want to have Vietnamese food, then you have other options. You will find everything. You'll find pizza, burger, you will even find Indian food. But for me, like for the 7 days that I was in Vietnam, I did not have anything except Vietnamese food, and I absolutely loved it. A really good way to explore Vietnam is to do tours. We did 5 tours in 7 days, and I totally recommend that you do these tours because it is totally worth your time and your money. We did 2 city tours, one in Hanoi and one in Ho Chi Minh City. In Hanoi, we did a group tour, and how these tours work is that they'll pick you up, they'll show you places, you will have a guide, they'll also provide you with lunch, and the city tours costed us less than 1500 rupees each. And we also did a food tour, which was also around the similar pricing, around 1000 Indian rupees. We did one tour to Halong Bay. Now, we did a day tour to Halong Bay, which, in my opinion, is not the best option out there. So, if you have time on you and if your budget permits, then definitely do like a 2 days, 1 night tour to Halong Bay. It's totally worth it because Halong Bay is really beautiful, and you will get some good time to just relax and enjoy Halong Bay. We also did like 1 day trip to Ninh. Now these tours were like long tours, and they costed us somewhere around $50. You will also find cheaper tours for like $30 depending on whatever you go for. So whatever your budget is, you will find some or the other tour, and it is totally worth your time and money. You can book your tour online, or you can just go to a travel agent in Vietnam and book your tour. Now, I recommend that you book your tour through a travel agent in Vietnam, because that way you can compare prices and then you can see for yourself who's offering you the best price and you can go with them. Now, if you want to book your tour in the north of Vietnam, then you can just go to Old Quarter in Hanoi, and there you will find a lot of travel agents, and you can then probably see and talk to them and book your tour. And if you want to book in the south, then you can do it in Ho Chi Minh City. It is really simple, and there's so many options out there, so you don't have to worry. You don't actually have to rush and book it online. Now let's talk about shopping. Shopping is really good in Vietnam. In fact, a lot of big brands get their products made in Vietnam, because of which export rejects or factory outlets are a big thing in Vietnam. You will find a lot of shops there, and you will find really good North Face, Under Armour, Keens, or even Nike export rejects or knockoffs, and the quality is actually pretty good and at a very, very low price. So I definitely recommend that you do some shopping in Vietnam. And talking about shopping, there's so many markets that are very famous, both in Hanoi and in Ho Chi Minh City. You should definitely explore a night market. It's quite a good scene. When we were in Vietnam, those markets were shut down because of coronavirus, so we could not explore that. But if you're going there, definitely do that. Other than this, nightlife is really popular. Coffee is really popular in Vietnam. Vietnam has world class coffee, the best that I've had. And also, food is really good. Now, check the description for my food recommendation. My battery is dying, so I need to conclude this video really fast. So, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.